All right, so the way that I made the door from this simple piece here is I did a couple things. So really quick, I'm going to unhide the other door, a door. Basically, I just took this door and put it about where it needed to be. You know, I think I put it so it overlapped enough, and I think it's thick enough that it goes through both. So there, you know, I just put it up to there. I use that as my position, and then if I looked at the floor, I could decide, where it needed to be exactly too. But let's just pretend that we don't need to adjust it right now. I'm just going to make it straight up. So I'm just going to grab this one, and then I'm going to say probably the easiest way to do it is just to go to symmetry real quick. Symmetry, flip it, and then go to the sub mirror mode here and just pull it over to this side here for now. And if this isn't the right size as your wall, then you can adjust it too. Okay, so I have it in the right position for the door frame now. So then I would just collapse it down and I'd hide the door. And then I come back to here, go to 4 to go to the modify menu, and let's go to the polygons. Grab these polygons. And now there's a couple ways you could do this. You could do them one at a time and do something like bridge and see if it works. But yeah, you could do them all at once. Bridge does it real fast. Or you could cut them in and weld them together in the middle. If you do bridge, then you do this. And then what I did is if you unhide the door again, you'll see it kind of sticks out in this area, so we got to cut it out. So we know that it butts up against those two edges. We just need to make a cut horizontally here. And I think this may be the original one, so it might have a cut. Let me just see here. I'm going to grab this one and move it up. It does have a cut. But if it didn't, you would just want to cut it across all the way. You could just cut. You could do, you can grab them all in edge mode and do a connect and then just position it where you want it. I would just say this and then move it to where you want it, and if you need to, going back from the front view, I would make sure they're straight, so I go Z and just make sure they're slant, perfect. Get rid of that one because I know it's there. And then after you do that cut, all you have to do is grab the interior of this face right here because it's around the door and delete it. And now I've got the door frame in the door. And what I did do before, and I suggest you do just because of the lighting inside of Unity, is I went here. I'm going to hide the door again. Hide selected. And I went to, actually it's easier to do this side. Hello. It's nice that it's not telling you. And then I would grab that and say, I just do another bridge actually. Bridge. There's one. Grab this one and say bridge. And there's two. I probably want to do these ones by themselves, so I go to 3 at this point, border mode. So it grabs that whole border and just cap it real quick. And again, we're not trying to make it perfect. If you're really going to do this, you probably want to come in here and get rid of these extra edges and stuff. We're just trying to get you all used to the idea. So if I look at this, it looks like I'm grabbing the edge of this, but really the only thing that it could be whole is the bottom of this. So if I say cap now, I'm closed. Then I can come over to pull out the door, move the center point where I want it. Let me unhide the ground plane real quick. That's the wrong one. And I will turn on my rotation snap, which is again A. Oh, let me attach these two. So I will grab this and say attach, grab that door. Okay, then I'm going to say turn off the attach, and I'm going to rotate like this, 90 degrees. I thought I had the snap on, but apparently I didn't. Now I do. 90 degrees. We know that we want the edge of the wall to be at the base of this, so we probably want it right there. So W, and then turn on your snap tool, which should be snapped to that. I like to push space bar or lock it, and then move it so it snaps. Apparently, not nicely. Okay, hold on. Let me come into my snap tool. If you ever see this, what it probably is going on is that it says snap to frozen object should work. It's probably because it's a one-sided object, so I'm going to try and find that edge, which is right there, and then I should be able to snap if I go from the top. And we can see that it's too wide. So a couple ways you could take care of this. You could just go to vertex mode and just grab, like, turn off your snap tool, turn off your weld, and you could just drag everything over, and then again snapping to this one. Turn on that snap and move it, and it should snap to right there. And then if you really want, if it's driving you nuts, then you could deselect this side here real quick so you know that's all set up. And then you could move this to the center. Just turn off your snap. Move this to the center, and now the door's in the center of the hallway, or close enough. Again, I'm not looking for perfection at this. I want to get your stuff in the game engine. Alright, and that's it. That's how you make the door. It's now set up for everything that we've done in the other parts of the class.